Hey, what's up, everyone? Marty Croson here, and today we're going to be doing a throwing mechanics breakdown on Kirk Cousins. He just recently threw for 500 yards against the Buccaneers last Thursday. Thought I'd do a breakdown on this. This is by far his best game since joining the Falcons, signing that big $180 million contract to join the team. And I think that some of the things that really stand out when going through the throw is just how consistent he is with the mechanics. So we're going to start off here. This is a little bit of a further throw. He's trying to get over the linebacker, puts a little bit more of a touch on the throw. And I think this is an important thing to understand for quarterbacks is as you're trying to put more on the football, we really want to be able to get that elbow up a little bit higher. So I know you can't see the other ones. I've watched a few videos at this point, but he does a really good job of getting that elbow all the way up as he's going through the throw, which makes it so then he can better control how that nose of football ends up leaving the hand as well as how it flies in the air. So now we have a throw where he's going to be putting more of the ball on the line. You can see he hitches into it. And just notice what he does here as he's loading. So we'll take a look at the time. He releases the ball at 19.68. 86. I'm just looking at this timestamp down here at the bottom. And what stands out to me is, one, he kind of drops the ball a little bit, right? He's here with the chest, and then he brings the ball down. I see a lot of people do that. I think one of the main guys that does it a good amount is Patrick Mahomes, but I just recently did a breakdown of Cameron Ward. He also does that as well. So it's a common thing that we see, and it's really a way to be able to load the shoulder. And you can also see he gets a lot of separation here from the football to his chest. And while he doesn't maintain a lot of weight in the back foot, that's a big thing that we always are coaching is trying to keep that weight back really well. He does really generate a lot of force in his upper body and head. As he's coming through the throw, he's really leaning a good amount with that upper body to make it so then he can get a lot of momentum behind the throw. Typically, we'll see quarterbacks go and really utilize more of that lower half to get the weight to shift forward or to generate the force. But we can see with him, he's really using a lot more of that upper body to start to get that rotation and then kind of pushes off the legs secondarily to that. So he's big head and spine and then pushes off, which is a different way of being able to generate the force. He gets a ton of extension in the arm, very stable on that front leg as the ball comes out of his hands. It's a little bit of a longer release, 0.34. Typically, we're going to be seeing around 0.3 or 0.31. And so 0.34, while it's not a really long release, it's a little bit longer than what we'll typically see. What stands out here is the next play here, he's throwing it to, same person, but notice his mechanics. He's very similar in how he brings the ball back. He gets the same type of action in the arm, gets the hand all the way back, but he's throwing a lot softer of a throw, right? A 15-yard throw. So the point being is, or 10-yard throw, not even 15. The point being is, regardless of how he's throwing the ball, he is maintaining the same type of mechanics. So this is still more of an underneath throw, so he's keeping the elbow at about the same height, gets plenty of load coming back. He doesn't really drive his upper body through as much, but in terms of what he's doing through the arm, it's the same pathway. And I see so many guys that will have a wide variety of different ways that they'll be throwing, and it'll be so different when they're throwing the ball with a lot more velocity in comparison to when they're just trying to be accurate or get the ball out of their hands quickly. And that to me is an issue. We want to be able to have a lot of familiarity within the body, a lot of familiarity within the throw. And if we're not able to do that, then it's really hard to be able to have as much control of the ball on a consistent basis. That's really why it's important to do that, is to be able to have great control. We'll take another look at the release here. Again, drops down a little bit here. He loads into his back leg. It's not like he's not loading in the back leg. He's just really quick to be able to get the weight off and puts a lot into that upper body, kind of shift forward and move forward with the momentum of his body, right? He doesn't keep that weight on the back leg very long. He's immediately getting that momentum coming forward. What I like about this one, and he gets rid of the ball at 8.4. Again, this is 0.33. So he's about 0.33, 0.34 in terms of how long it takes him to get the ball out of his hands. But what stands out to me on this one is this is a 30-yard throw, right? And Darnell Mooney, as he's catching the ball, it's like kind of hitting his hand, kind of jarring his hand back as he catches that. So that just gives you an idea of how much force he's putting on it. He's 6'3", he's a good-sized guy. And this is going to be required of you. If you want to go to the highest levels, right? If you're a high school quarterback, this is what you got to be able to do. You got to be able to throw. And I know when you're watching it on Sunday, it doesn't seem like it's anything crazy of a throw. It seems like it's just, a nice, easy completion, right? But you got to realize these are amongst the fastest guys in the world. So this guy, the play is a play action, right? It's play action stretch. He gets about 8 yards deep, hitches into it, and throws it. Within that time period, Darnell Mooney has already ran 30 yards downfield for a comeback. This is a 30-yard comeback, right? Or a 30-yard out route, however you want to put it. And he puts the ball on the money, right? Not very much separation. There's a good amount of separation. But if he would have lobbed that, now then the defensive back's able to make a play. And so I think it's just important to be able to consider that and understand that when you're watching these types of quarterbacks. And I know it's quick to judge and say, oh, yeah, this guy's not making this read, or, not a good decision, or bad ball accuracy, whatever. But just know that if you're a high school quarterback, you're a college quarterback, and you're watching this and you're saying, oh, yeah, I want to be a NFL type quarterback, then these are the types of throws you're going to be asked to make. And you're going to have to be doing it on a consistent basis. And you're going to be doing it in competition with another quarterback that could do it just as well. What really separates these quarterbacks at this high of level is not the arm strength. There's some guys like Josh Allen who have a really strong arm, which is great, but that's not why he is a NFL starter. What makes him an NFL starter and able to be successful is the reads, how he's able to manage the game, the decision-making, when he gets the ball out of his hands, because that's really the separator. So you got to have the arm strength, but you also have to be able to understand how to properly manage the game, and that's what we hope to be able to help you do within Quarterback University. So if you guys want to find out more about that, you can go ahead and check the description, and if you have any questions, you can always reach out to me. If you like the video, like and subscribe. As always, thanks for watching, and we'll talk to you soon.